Hi, welcome. My name is Jenny Jenkins of Jenny Jenkins Floristry, and I am starting a YouTube channel to talk about the floral industry, specifically focusing on the small town retail florist. I'm on so many social media groups dealing with flowers and florists and whatnot, and I just see so many people asking questions that I asked when I was a first-time flower shop owner. And back when I opened my shop, we didn't have all the resources available that is now available to you, like this YouTube channel about small town flower shops. So with that said, hi, I'm Jenny, and I want to talk about Valentine's Day. It is right around the corner. For some of you, Valentine's Day has already started. I know when I owned my shops, I started in January, thinking of things to do and to sell and to present and da 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 da. And so this is an informational video about ideas and things you should be doing now as a retail florist in a flower shop to get started for Valentine's Day. So the first thing you should do is set sales goals. Like, what are your goals for Valentine's Day 2025? Maybe you tried something last year that really didn't get you a lot of leads. It didn't generate a lot of sales. So you're wondering if maybe I should do it now, or maybe I should do something different. Look at last year's figures, see what sold, see what, surprised you in sales. But what's important is set those sales goals and analyzing sales data from the last year or even previous years. This year, Valentine's Day is on a Friday, followed by a long weekend because of President's Day. Wow. So that's something you have to consider. First of all, it's on a Friday. So instead of buying flowers, people might be up to be like, oh, instead of getting your flowers or him flowers, let's go out to dinner, or let's go to our favorite, Vermont mountain town or whatever, and have a long romantic weekend instead of buying flowers. That you got to take that into consideration. Valentine's Day is on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Woohoo! Yeah. You're rocking it. It's in the middle of the week. There's not much you can do. You want to make the day special. It's on a Wednesday, so you're going to make it special. You're going to buy flowers. So that is something you have to take into consideration. The day of the week in which Valentine's Day falls on. So pay attention to that. Keeping good records and taking great notes is very, very important to be successful for your next Valentine's Day or the one you're in. Don't be like, oh, I'll remember. I got a lot of brain in my head. I'm going to remember. You're not going to remember. I remember my first Valentine's Day. I took minimal notes, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll remember it. And you totally don't remember it. So please take notes. It's so important. In these notes, take notes on what on your e-commerce website sold the best, what sold second, what sold third, what didn't sell anything of. Did you offer a Valentine's Day package? When I had my flower shops, I collaborated with local artisans to have a package. So I collaborated with Pembroke Bakery and had a cookie package to go along with a specific arrangement that I designed, plus a local card by Adria, a local card maker here in my hometown in Vermont. And I offered a package, and that was so amazing. It felt so good that people were taking the local package. Flowers designed by me, local cookies that were gluten-free, anybody can eat them, and a local card. Supporting your local community, for me, is very, very important. So that's what I did. I had a grandeur package where I think the whole package was about $200. And then I had a package a little bit smaller that wasn't so much. And I believe that one was like 125, an arrangement, cookies, and a card. So think about ideas like that to offer your customers something different. Something different. Think out of the box. Like retail is so fun. Like you have these great ideas and you execute them and they work. And it's just so gratifying to see your efforts pay off. Like I said, so you have a package, you have a collection, and try to limit the amount of offerings you have on your Valentine's Day page. Don't have 20 things to choose from. How do you even order all those flowers for all those things? How? The smaller amount of offerings you have on your e-commerce website, it's easier to maintain inventory. It's easier to order than to over order. And also it makes it easier on your design team. Like if you only have 6 things to offer or 8 things to offer on your website and you have those recipes already made up, very important recipes made up for your designers, bam, 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 you can get those arrangements out. So think about that. Think about what you're offering and don't have 12 offerings on your website for Valentine's Day. Also, a lot of you have the FSN, Flower Shop Network. I had Flower Shop Network. Love them. What I love about them, they work for the florist. They work for you. They're great. And they have grown so much in the time that I started using them back in 2012 to 2025. Like they're phenomenal. They're really coming up. And I hope that they continue to like push out like FTD and Teleflora. Sorry guys. You don't work for the small town florist. Sorry. Flower Shop Network does. But what's great about Flower Shop Network is you can turn off pages on your website. So you can turn off Grandparents' Day, Romance Day, like Mother's Day, Administration Professionals Day, Halloween. Like you can shut all those off, because something that always tripped me up, is like I might have forgot to shut something off, and someone found some obscure arrangement and I was just like, oh my God, I don't have any of that product. So that's something you can do. Make it easy for yourself. Turn off all those. So you just have Valentine's Day, and like 3 other tabs. For my Valentine's Day page, I had the home page, Valentine's Day page, my plant page, and like my wedding page. And that was it. They can only order from Valentine's Day or from the plant page. That's it. And I know a lot of you are like, well, I don't know about that, but that's a different discussion later on. Anyway, marketing, so important. So when I owned my flower shops, social media wasn't really important. And I was still taking ads out in a phone book. Okay, that's where I was. And marketing was done in the paper, the radio, and just advertising in your town. That was it for advertising. Now you have social media. You have Pinterest. You have Instagram. You have Facebook. You have TikTok. You have all these things at your fingertips that are free to market to your clientele. Use it. Market through social media. Now, I'm not saying it's all about social media, because it's absolutely not. You pay a lot of money for your website. That's where you need to market. Is your website. Social media is secondary, but still very, very important. And what do I mean by marketing? like making an ad, like Valentine's Day is around the corner. Call hometown florist, place your order. No, I'm talking about cool marketing, okay? Like fun marketing. Like, for example, I wanted to do this, I'll be honest. I wanted to do this and like time just got away from me and I couldn't do this. But one of the marketing strategies I wanted to do that you would start now in January is find some amazing couple in your community. You have them. I have a lot. Tammy and Scott, Heidi and Hannah. Who else is in the, you know who you are. But anyway, in my community, these amazing power couples, right? And interview them. Talk about their love story. Oh my God, who doesn't want to hear a great love story where you've been together for X amount of years, like 25 years, and you run a business together and you guys are like a team. Like, what a great love story that is. Interview people in your community. That's a great idea. Also marketing is collaborating with local artisans. I collaborated with Pembroke Bakery. Flowers by Adria, Cards by Adria. So marketing. Have a couple, you could do a couple a week leading up to Valentine's Day. And mind you, you don't have to do this all in January. You can start interviewing these couples in July. If you want to get on top of your game, it doesn't have to be like January. You got to interview these people, interview them in July. Just an idea. Now, I'm going to talk about a sale. And I know a lot of you are like, a sale? Why am I going to have a sale on Valentine's Day? That's when I make my dough. That's when we put money in our savings accounts and we give our head designer or whomever a bonus or whatever. Or it's for your vacation, whatever. A sale, like lessen your load on the day of Valentine's Day because you're going to get those last minute willy-nillys. They're like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. I got to call the florist. And they're going to like give you all these expectations that they want that you need to meet. And you're saying to yourself, you're like, dude, why are you calling me now? You've known about Valentine's Day for a year. Have a special. Be like, hey, this is part of your marketing. Hey, call between the 10th and the 12th. If you call to place your order for Valentine's Day between these dates, get 10% off. You know how many people are going to call you? Or if you get 10% off, if you have it delivered on, the day before Valentine's Day or 2 days or whatever, have some kind of sale. Yes, it's 10%, but you're going to draw in so much more business if you market yourself correctly. And grant you, these are just ideas I'm throwing out here. You don't have to do them, but I'm just giving you an idea. Maybe you'll come up with some grand idea that's really super duper and it works for you. Okay. So, okay. Increase your average order value. So what do I mean by that? So those are add-ons. Okay. Have no-brainer, have some chocolates, reach out to that local artisan chocolate maker. I didn't have one in my area. So like I said, I reached out to my girl, Courtney, Pembroke Bakery, and we had like these, it was so much fun and it was so cute. We had, like my grander package. I made this beautiful, the arrangement's name was Julie. She was this $150 amazing arrangement. So gorgeous. I'll show you a pic. Plus you got a 6-pack of locally made cookies, gluten-free, and a card by Adria. And like that was a package, but you could also order those add-ons separately if you didn't want to buy the package. If you wanted to buy like a smaller arrangement at $75 and add it on a chocolate, but make sure you add those on your website at the checkout, add-ons, click, 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 And remember, whoever's on the phone, like your person answering the phone, is also a salesperson. Make sure they know what you're offering. So if Dave calls and is like, hey, I want to order my wife a dozen roses, and you're like, oh, Dave, by the way, we have some cookies, locally made cookies, for X amount of dollars. Maybe your wife would like those. You want to add them on? Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, sure, like whatever. Increase that order value. You'll be surprised how much you sell. For all of you florists out there that have a retail brick and mortar shop, your window displays are everything. And I always loved, and my employees loved, I usually left it up to them because I was busy doing billing other things, is build an amazing window display. Make it different every year. Make it stand out. Go. Make it big. Like, do it. Like, just make it amazing. I used to sell buku houseplants at my flower shop in Montpelier. You would walk into my flower shop and it'd be like the Amazon jungle. It was pretty cool. And I would build displays. You know, it's February, so people want to see color. It's gray, it's white, it's cold out. I had a terrific wholesaler, Clausen's, up in Colchester. I would get anthuriums, and you know, they would I think by then they had their spring bulbs planted in little pots, like mini daffodils and iris and crocus. And of course the primrose. I sold so many primrose, and the yellow ones just smell so good. It's like sweet, like honey primrose. Oh, love it. Build that cool window display. Start it now. Let's start celebrating Valentine's Day now. It doesn't have to be in February. It's January. Build that Valentine's Day window display now and make it grandiose and big and lush and beautiful. If you want some ideas, you can email me and we'll brainstorm together. And now's the time to ramp up your social media. So, what's cool about I'm such an old lady, by the way. Well, not really old. You're looking at me, you're like, you're not old, Jenny. But when it comes to social media, I feel like I'm an old lady. My social media skills have grown like wondrously in the last year, and I'm so proud of myself. I stuck hard and I got it done. But use your social media, like have, you know, there's so many fun things you can do with social media. And, you know, even if it's just something like, I think around this time with, when I was managing Salisbury Flower Shop, I would, have a scheduled ad that I made in Canva come out, like, stay tuned for Salisbury's, Valentine's Day special. You know, just so it leaves a little mark in people's mind that, oh, Valentine's Day is coming around the corner, because you will not believe how many people forget about it. So, next on my rant is staffing and training. Start it now. Everybody in your flower shop is so important, from the delivery driver to the person answering the phone, to your junior designer, your head designer, to whomever takes out the garbage. You all are so important, and you all have an important part in the wheel. Start training them now. Start letting them know what your specials are, so they understand them clearly, so they can talk about them and understand them, and then upsell to your customer. Make sure they understand how much a dozen roses is. It's not your June price for dozen roses. Like, flowers go up during the Valentine's Day season for your wholesaler, and so for you. So if you're selling your dozen roses right now for $95, It's not going to be $95 for Valentine's Day. It's going to be $1.25, $1.30, $1.35, whatever it is, wherever you live. And people have the notion, because of all these silly people like FTD and BloomNet and whatever, that sell their roses for $59.99 in small town USA, America, Florida. That's not the reality of how much a dozen roses is. But these people see that and they just think, when you say, yeah, my dozen roses this year are going for $135. What? Come on now. That's how much it costs us to do business with roses on Valentine's Day. So make sure your staff knows how much your flowers are. Let them know what add-ons you're offering this season and what your specials are, like your packages or your add-ons, whatever it is. Train your staff. Number 2, make sure you have competent drivers that know, A, how to use their GPS, B, know the area in which you're delivering in. And my advice to you is you find some retired truck driver. Hear me out. My best delivery driver, and I've had a lot of them, was my friend Joe Turgeon. Bless his soul. He is crossed the bridge, and he was my best driver. He's a truck driver. Truck drivers need to understand logistics, and that man understood logistics. He understood his area, all the shortcuts, all of this, all of that. So anyway, my advice to you is find a truck driver or a mailman or a UPS driver, somebody that understands logistics. Yes. Also, most importantly, if you have to, have training sessions for your staff. Have them come in, at the end of the day between 4 and 5, when the only thing that happens is the phone rings and someone might come in. Have a training session. Make sure everybody knows what's going on, because when everybody does and it runs smoothly, it just like magic happens and you'll have the best Valentine's Day ever. So that is my Valentine's Day. I don't know what you call it, boot camp. Valentine's Day boot camp. I kind of like that. So just to recap, and yes, I'm looking at notes. I can't remember. I mean, I can remember this all in my head, but not as I'm telling it to you. Set those sales goals. Sooner the better. Analyze data from last year. Get your ducks in a row. Pay attention to what day Valentine's Day falls on this year, 2025. It falls on a Friday, followed by a long weekend. President's Day being Monday. Okay? Make sure you don't want to over order thinking, oh, whatever, and you're like, oh crap, I forgot. It's a holiday. It's kind of weird how this Valentine's Day and the holiday all end up on the same weekend. Have specials, have collections, have something cool to offer people instead of your basic red, white, and pink arrangement, some roses, I don't know, dish garden. Like, have something cool, have something fun, advertise it. Be that florist that's not stuck in the rut from 1992. Move forward. It's a bright new future out there. Let people know what you have. Collaborate with other small businesses like you. We all need to be a team. We're all reaching for the same goal, and let's do it together. Collaborate with your local artisans. Start that marketing now. Have a Valentine's Day campaign. Whatever that is, like I said, interview these powerhouse couples in your community that people know and love and trust, whatever. Like, let people start campaigning. Like, marketing, I love marketing. It's so much fun. You can do so much with it. It's very creative, just like floral design. So start your campaign now. Also, it's not wrong to have a sale. It's not. A lot of people are like, I can't have a sale on Valentine's Day. Yes, you can. Yes, you can have a sale. Okay, increase your average order value with add-ons at the end of checkout. And I forgot to mention this. I had on my add-ons when you're on the e-commerce website, I had add-ons like, the cookies, the card, the local thing, whatever. But also, you're supposed to tip your delivery driver. A floral delivery driver who delivers flowers in the book of tips. It's this book. You can get it on Amazon of who you're supposed to tip in this world. Your flower delivery guy or gal is one of them. So, your designer. Oh my God, your designers work hard. Like people are like, oh, you work with flowers. It's so romantic. No, it's not. Yes, sometimes it can be romantic, but most times it's really, really hard. You're wearing 25 hats every day. You're in the middle of the thing. The phone rings. Someone comes in. There's a problem. The check engine light's on the van. Oh, you're like, oh crap, I forgot to pay the electricity bill. Like, yeah, just be organized. Tip your designers. Get a designer tip, a driver tip. Especially you'd be surprised how many people want to tip you. Especially on FSN. You can add a driver and designer tip. If you don't know that, call your representative at FSN. Mine was Lynn. I love her. Hi, Lynn. If you see this, I think you're fantastic. And they're so nice at FSN. Brick and mortar flower shop people. Build those flower displays in your window and make it the best and grandiose to get people in the door. Even if they don't buy anything for Valentine's Day, they'll remember you. They'll be like, hey, remember that flower shop? They had all those plants. Yeah, let's go check them out. Okay? Maybe you'll make a new friend. Who knows? Remember to just train your staff. That's so important. And most of all, always have fun. Valentine's Day is so stressful, especially if you're the business owner. I mean, it's already started. You were thinking about Valentine's Day on Thanksgiving. Remember to have fun because it is fun. I always loved the energy around a holiday, especially Mother's Day. Mother's Day is great. I'll have another Mother's Day little video like this around Mother's Day. But just remember to have fun. And remember, you're doing a great job. Owning a small business is hard. Okay. So, if you guys have any questions at all, please, you can comment below. And you can find my email link as well. Ask me anything. I'm here to help because I want you to be successful. If you're successful and I'm successful, we're all successful. Anyway, happy flowering, and you're doing a great job. See you next time. Bye.